Hey, what's up, guys? Jamie Furman here from jamiesdrumschool.com. I hope you're doing fantastic. So, I wanted to tell you today a little bit about what I've been up to in the last week. I just flew back from Folsom, California. I was at the Mike's Lessons facility, and all week long we got to learn lesson plans and how to brand ourselves and how to speak publicly and how to teach in front of a camera and edit it. And one of the hardest challenges was doing a live film for 10 minutes. Man, that was nerve-wracking. The other thing is we had a room full of 7 other teachers from all around the world, fantastic drummers and phenomenal teachers. So it was a little nerve-wracking not being in my own space and having to perform in front of these other teachers. So I made a little clip of a lesson live, and this was my project at the end of the week. So filming live means if you make a mistake, there is no cuts. You can't go back and edit that out and fix things. So it was a little nerve-wracking. It was the first time ever being in front of a camera live. So I wanted to share with you today my project. So check this out. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Jamie. I'm from jamiesdrumschool.com, and I'm blessed to be here at Mike's Lessons studio, and I get to play on this fantastic kit. How about that? All right, so today I'm going to talk about anchor fills. What are anchor fills and why do we need them? Anchor fills are an idea or a fill that you come up with that you can always go to refer back to. So for instance, if you're a gigging drummer, you've probably been in this situation where we're playing the gig, and at the end of the night, they start announcing all the members of the band, and the whole time you're thinking, oh, what am I gonna play? What am I gonna play? And then it gets to you, and they say, give the drummer some, and you go out there and start soloing, and halfway through your solo, you stop breathing, your heart's pounding, and you lose train of thought, and all of a sudden, things just start coming out. And then it's an awful feeling the rest of the night, and you can't stop thinking about that. So I'm going to give you some ideas in 2 different situations on how to refer back to this fill and give you time to think of your next idea. Also, it gives the crowd an opportunity, the listener, an opportunity to follow along in your story, so it's not just random things happening. All right, so let's begin with a simple groove situation. So I'm just going to play a simple pop groove, something like this. Now, all we're going to do is on the second bar, we're going to throw 3 kicks in there, on the 1, the E, and the and. So I'm going to put that together so you can see what that sounds like. All right, now once you get comfortable with that, and you know that pattern up and down, and you don't forget it, we need to keep that on the second bar. We're going to start improvising and soloing in between that. So I'm going to gradually build some notes up so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so you can see how that was way more interesting than just playing random stuff and having nothing to follow. So let me talk about a little bit of a different situation. If we're playing in a solo situation, like a longer solo, I'm sure you all have watched gospel chops or what I call Instagram drummers, where they're, sorry for my term, but I call this throwing up on the drums. It's where you're just playing random chops all over the place, and that's cool for us because we're drummers, but after 2 or 3 minutes, that kind of gets old, and boring if you're doing that constantly all throughout the night. And the crowd, most likely there's not going to be drummers in the crowd. So they have no idea what you're playing, and it's not very impressive. There's nothing to lock into. So I'm going to give you an idea that I'm going to come up with that we can just refer back to. So my idea today is going to be playing a flam, a kick, and then a flam, right, left, left. So I'm going to practice that over and over and over again until I'm comfortable. Kick, flam, right, left, left. All right, I don't have to spend too much time on that because I've practiced this earlier, so I'm pretty familiar with that. So on your time when you go to practice, you don't have to play this. You can come up with your own ideas and apply it to what I'm doing. So this time, I'm not going to count a number of bars. I'm just going to start soloing, and whenever I run out of ideas, I'm going to start referring back to that fill that I just came up with. But also, I don't want to practice this playing random things. I'm going to start off in a subdivision, so I'm going to start off with 16th notes. Now you can do whatever you want with these 16th notes. You can accent them, you can orchestrate them differently, play linear fills, whatever you're comfortable with. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. A little bit faster. All right, so you can see how that was way more interesting than just playing random 16th notes all over the place, all over the drum set, throwing up on the drum set. So yeah, you could also do this in 16th note triplets. Let's count those. 1 into 1 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 4 into 4 into. So I don't want to take up all your time soloing, but what I want you to do is at home in your I'm sorry, I can't speak.
I'm sorry, I'm going to chime in there. Did you say cracktive?
Cracktive, yeah, cracktive. This can be like crack, it's addictive.
Yeah, attaboy.
In your creative practice, you can take this stuff and come up with your own fills and just start playing a subdivision. You could do 8th notes, 8th note triplets, 16th notes, whatever you like. Come up with something you're familiar with and start referring back to this idea every time around. Try it in a groove situation and try it in a solo situation. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope you can get some creative ideas out of this. And if you like this, check out my YouTube channel. It's at Jamie's Drum School. And I thank Mike for letting me be here. See you next time.
That's a wrap!
That was awesome, Jamie. Great job. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit better now. And and yeah, that was really well done. Anyways, that's called jealousy. That silence, that's called jealousy. That was really well done. And Jamie's been here. How many camps have you been to, bud?
My
Fourth, but first teacher camp.
first teacher, yeah.
Man, and I remember when he came here, his first camp, and he said he wanted to be a drum instructor, and that's what he was starting to do. And just the difference between then and his confidence, talking to people, giving clinics, which you guys haven't seen, but we've had to do it here, and in being on camera was just unbelievable. Buddy, really proud of you, man.
So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope you get some creative ideas and it inspired you to go home and practice being creative around your kit with anchor fills. All right, see you next time.